Well, hey my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I am Jailbreak and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves. In the last episode, a whole bunch of crap happened when we finally finished The Predator Awakes, which in all honesty, I don't know why I said finally, because as you see, it only took 1 hour and 11 minutes. And that is including times, like, in between episodes, where I wouldn't be recording and it'd still be playing the thing, even though a lot of the times it was paused, so that might not be as great. And also, that square badge? That square badge icon, don't worry what that was for. Maybe I will show them later. But anyways, in this episode, after all the crap that happened story-wise last episode, we have to save our friends.
It took a sleepless week of data crunching, but I eventually tracked down the location of my friends, locked away in the mysterious towers of Prague. At the moment, they are the unwilling guests of Interpol's most renowned prison warden, the Contessa. While still a criminal psychology student, she entered into a whirlwind romance and married a wealthy aristocrat. Sadly, the union was short-lived, as the general suspiciously died a few weeks after the ceremony. The widowed Contessa put her education and newly acquired estate to work by opening a criminal rehabilitation center. Her pioneering use of hypnotherapy has produced some good results, and subsequently earned her a prominent position within Interpol. My friends are locked up somewhere in the clinic and are slated for the Contessa's Good Samaritan brainwashing. If I don't bust them out soon, they'll be working a 9-to-5 job selling shoes, and I'll be out two best friends.
Bentley saves the gang in Jailbreak. I love this episode. Actually, I do not love this episode. I love that title card for this episode, and other than that, I do not like this episode, because the only person we have to play with is Bentley. At least for now. I do want to see what we can buy, because yes, as you know... Oh, I want to buy Atlas Strength. That was the thing, and also the alarm clock, because the alarm clock will come in handy later. Now, the reason I bought Atlas Strength is because, well, that is going to be really helpful in future missions. Yes, I know Bentley is talking right now. He is basically just talking about where he wants us to go. But, welcome to Prague. Oh god, like I said, I do not like this episode. Because of the aforementioned, you mostly play as Bentley in this episode. And also, it's pretty dark. By that, I mean it's not scary, the level's just dark. You thought the other levels were pretty dark? Well, this level right here is... I am on the wrong side of that. This level right here is the reason why... Actually, it's not any reason why, but on my first ever Let's Play of Sly 2 Band of Thieves, I had to start doing post-commentary because I had to stand up while recording because, like, the game was too dark. Also, see these statues here? Some of them will come to life. I want to see this one, right? Nope, okay, none of them came to life. Well, some of them will come to life, and that can be really bad. Also, there is a tank that goes around here, so be careful of that. But yeah, this level, this level is actually very medieval, as you can see. And believe it or not, I used to think, like, whenever I think of Prague now, I think of red skies because of this level, and oh my god. You know, I changed the TV angle to hopefully make it so things were brighter, but I can still barely see some of the stuff here.
Aha! The Contessa is out making her rounds. Wait a second. The feathers on my sleep darts vibrate near sounds. If I maintain my position on top of this parabolic dish, I should be able to hear that frequency at a distance. This is great! If I tag the Contessa with my darts, I'll be able to listen in on whatever she says. I might even learn where she's locked up Sly and Murray.
Now playing this game after I've taken a lot of math classes, I know like, oh, I know what parabolic is. It's like a totally different, I mean, it's a math term.
Klaww Gang is falling apart. Spice shipments have all but stopped. Hurrah. I never would have joined if I'd known it would be this easy to disrupt the plan. At least the Cooper Gang is under lock and key. Their lopsided morality flies in the face of man's inherent selfishness. Ah well, they'll see it my way soon enough.
Contessa, are you part of the Klaww Gang? That's a little weird, you're a police person. And I totally missed her. That is something I did not want to happen. And I missed her again. Yeah, this might be bad. I need to get aiming better.
These fools at Interpol. They keep sending me criminals and I keep making money. How come no one ever thought of this before? Hypnotize criminals and force them to reveal where they've hidden their fortune. I'm a genius. If only I had more spice to help me with the hypnosis.
Oh, that is a very devious plan. Getting money from other criminals. I almost had you. But yeah, she is fast because she is a spider. God dang it. Also, this lighting's not the easiest thing to see, and I think, yeah, she went up there.
Blasted Cooper Gang. The fat one. What's his name? Murray. Yes, Murray. He'll be the first to break. I should spend a few sessions probing that feeble mind. I can only imagine the wealth that gang has accumulated over the years.
I actually don't know how much wealth we've accumulated over the years. I think it's a decent amount. And I hit the ground. That is not good. I stopped talking and everything because I thought that was a cutscene.
Sly Cooper. Such a complex and rebellious mind. A month or two in the hole should break his spirit. Let him squat there week after week. He's seen that the guards along the wall all have motion detectors. There is no escape. Slowly, the reality of his captivity will set in, and I'll get to work on his mind.
Inconceivable! She's no healthcare professional! Why, that's the most heinous crime I've ever heard of! Putting inmates into hypnosis so they'll tell her where they've stashed their loot! It dishonors both law enforcement and thieves at the same time! I should get to work and figure out a way to break Sly out of the hole.
Now, I really like these moments here when Bentley's talking to himself because he's basically yelling out loud. I mean, yes, I know they don't want to make it like, oh, he's thinking something because it'll look weird like he's supposed to be talking, but he's not actually talking. You know what I mean. They just wanted to do that. And look at that, the guard at, oh, the 2 guards actually. Maybe a 3rd one will come out? I don't know. There are a lot of guards that are chasing me right now, and putting them to sleep is definitely not a viable option, but yeah. Those statues are annoying, and I just remembered a mission that deals with those statues, which actually is not as annoying as other missions could be in this episode. Now, luckily, since I know this game pretty well, I royally fucked up that. I'm sorry if you don't like swearing, I swear every once in a while. I honestly don't swear that much. I want to feel as if I am a mature channel, or like this is kind of a mature channel. But then again, I don't swear that much, so I guess it's not really all that bad. But we have this. Train hack. Very weird.
That computer is part of a control system for the electromagnetic train. By hacking all the terminals along the train tracks, I should be able to reverse their polarity, thereby turning the train into a giant projectile. Without question, its impact on the prison walls should create a hole large enough for Sly to escape through.
Yes, this is a little bit different of a concept that we haven't really seen up to this point. Well, if we press circle by these computers, Bentley will start typing on it, and then look at this. If you remember my Sly 3 Let's Play and what I did of my Sly 4 Let's Play, this is hacking. Now, unlike the sequel to this game, Sly 3, the missiles aren't as good. In Sly 3, the missiles, I feel as if do more damage to those weird red things. That's because they're bigger in that game, and they're pretty small in this one. And that first hacking mission was not all that hard. Also, if you want to know why I was pausing, burps happen. Man, with how much I've been talking about burps in this Let's Play and in my Let's Plays in general, you'd think I would be Nintendo Capri Sun, which, when I was a younger Let's Player, I would have totally not mentioned the Nintendo Capri Sun, but now I'm like, you know what? I honestly don't care. I will talk about anything I want to talk about. Kind of like how when I first started this channel, I wanted it to be a kid-friendly one, and then I really did not care. And it's funny how I was... Jesus Christ. I was pressing circle many times there, but for some reason I was not getting into that. Anyways, now we are on to this, and for some reason I thought this would be a lot bigger of a difficulty gap, but I forgot. That's the third game. In the third game, the first one's like, oh, pretty easy. You get to the second one, and then you're already dying on it, because it's a little bit harder than you think it would be. But in this game, trust me, the hacking is not all that hard in this beginning part. Mostly because if you saw the computer thing, there are 6 computers you have to hack along this train track. Now, do I feel like that's a little bit of an overkill? Yes, I definitely do feel like that is a little bit of an overkill. Being that I believe the first hacking mission in Sly 3 only had 4, and that was definitely an improvement. But unlike Sly 4, also, I am not typing on the computer. That is something that can happen when you are moving on that too fast, I guess. Or, I don't know, you slide with Bentley because you're in momentum, and then that happens, so you end up not typing on the computer. That is not a collection problem. That has happened in Sly 2 on the PS2 many times. I don't know why I keep saying, like, oh, that's not a collection problem, that's actually a problem with the game, especially because this is one of my favorite games of all time, but I don't know. I feel as if Let's Playing has really gotten me to realize that I can criticize a lot of things about the games I love and still love them. It was mostly through Jet Set Comms, where there were a lot of things I realized that, oh, this was actually kind of stupid. Why did they do this? Maybe it's because I've become more mature since I first started Let's Playing, or at least first started playing these games, because I believe I was 10 years old when I first played Sly 2 Band of Thieves. I am now 18. It has been 8 years, and I know that train's going to be coming back this way pretty soon. If you don't know, we are speeding up the train, because I don't know if you guys pay attention to the stuff that happens in this, like when they're talking or whatever. And Jesus Christ, that took a little bit longer than I thought it would. Luckily that we were on the side of the train, so it did not kill us. But I believe, yes, there is a terminal right here, so we should be able to get there before the train actually attacks us. If I can... Gee, what the heck? Okay. That might be a collection problem. The reason why, for some odd reason, I am right next to the computer, and it does not say that I am pressing circle next to the computer. Also, these guys are getting a little annoying. I do remember this... God dang it, I am doing awful on this mission right now. I am already at half health, but what I was saying was I do remember this mission, or at least this hacking one, being a little bit harder than the other ones. I believe this is number 4 now? I think it is. This one, you kind of have to go between shooting these things and then shooting the stuff down here. It's not hard, it's just kind of stay in the same place because the guys just keep coming up. Yeah, they keep coming out in waves of 3 and you just kind of aim. Now, I never mentioned how to control this gimmick. Well, you have to use the right analog stick to aim the turret, and you have to use the left analog stick to move, so it's kind of like Katamari Damacy, or at least the Katamari games, if you think about it, except you are not moving the control sticks in the same direction to go in one direction. You're just actually using... I'm about to die. You're actually using just one control stick to do the steering, and then the other control stick to shoot, because, well... This would be a lot harder if you were actually limited to only one, if you were limited to shooting in only the direction you were facing. This makes the mission a lot easier. Now, if I can actually somehow survive this hacking mission right now, that would be phenomenal, but I am not sure. Okay, I totally can now. Hi. That was actually pretty close, mostly because I believe if I got hit one more time, I would have been in very bad luck. Now... Please, train, thank you. Now we can start running this way, and hopefully you do not hit me. I need to stick to the side because you're coming now. There we go. Yeah, it is kind of nerve-wracking when the train starts getting really fast and you have to stay on the side because you don't know if you're in the hitbox of the train or not. But this is the 5th computer, and I believe this is... Yep, it is. This is another one that I call an arena type one. I believe the second one was also an arena type one, But this time, the guys you're fighting have a lot more endurance, I guess you could say, because they can last a lot more hits than the other guys. Because in the other, like, arena-based one, they were only the red guys that take 1 hit. These are orange guys that I believe take 3 hits, and they're mobile. So, in all honesty, as of right now, these are the hardest enemies we have fought because, well, the red ones, while they shoot, they are stationary. They do not move at... Well, okay. Why was I about to explain the definition of stationary? I'm pretty sure most people who are watching my videos are old enough to know what stationary means. It means to be still. And still, that was not intentional, but I am still talking about what the definition of that is, even though I said you were old enough to know the definition. Because for some reason I felt obligated to actually say that definition. Thank you and good night, because I did not want to keep talking about that while I was going through that. I am rather going to mention how my lips are actually pretty chapped right now. Also, this leads you to where the safe is in the level. Now, I believe that's the first and one of the only safes that you can actually not see when you're playing the game, because it is totally out of the area and you never have to go in there. It's just a little area where the safe is, and I believe you get like a longer throw. That's what you get when you get all 30 of the bottles in this level. It's just like, okay, you can throw things a lot farther, and I realized that I need to do this first. So, yeah, you have to go in those green things, because in those green things, you're able to unlock 2 of those things, as you see on the left. I mean, you see on the top part. They're like the slightly different colored, or actually crazily different colored things. That is what you had to go in the green things for. I was going to just get rid of that and try to go through, but then I realized, wait a second, you have to do that. But then again, it has been actually it's been about 2 years since I've played through this game, or at least most of this game. Because I believe my Jet Set Comms playthrough this game happened, at least it started in August of 2014, so yeah, it's been about 2 years. Which is crazy because, like I said, it's really crazy that it's been 2 years since since that channel was actually a concept. Now that channel's dead beyond belief, but it lasted a while. By that I mean about a year.
What a beautiful trajectory!
Oh god, okay. That came back a little bit faster than I thought it was going to. But, that was the worst thing that could have possibly happened right there. But, and is that a flashlight guard? No, that is actually a tower light that's randomly shining there. Anyways, that is about it for this episode of Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves. I do not know why I stopped to do that, because any guards can be coming out at any time that they want. But in the next episode of Sly 2 Band of Thieves, we are going to be breaking Sly out of jail by going to this mission up here, which is... I'm not exactly sure. What is it? It is wall bombing. I will see you then, because there are guards here, and they lost me. Oh no, they didn't. Okay, we're gonna pause. See you later, and goodbye.